Blue Dragons on Radio is brought to you in part by Erickson Custom Building, The Medicine Shop, Ashcraft Pharmacy, Prairie Star Health Center, H&R Block, Arcat, Next Tech Wireless, and the Sportscaster Club members, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Craig Barkley Plumbing, Burning Chiropractic Center, and Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group. It's just about game time, so let's head to the Eagle Radio broadcast booth for the game with the Eagle Sports Crew on Country 102.9 and BW Radio.
It was December 9th, the last time the Blue Dragon men played a basketball game. They entertained Barton in the sports arena, Hutchinson coming away with an 81-74 hard-fought win. And with that win over Barton, the Blue Dragons moved into first place in the race in the Jayhawk Conference. Hutchinson now takes the floor for the first time since December 9th. We're in Arc City, and the opponent tonight, the Cowley College Tigers. Cowley College having a good basketball season of its own under Tommy DeSalm in his 9th year at the helm of the Tigers. The Tigers 10-3. They are 7-2 in the league, which leaves them one game behind the leading Blue Dragons, who are 8-1 in the conference, 12-1 overall, and ranked number 6 in the country. It has all the earmarks of a great race in the Jayhawk Conference. Hutchinson is 8-1, a trio of teams. Barton, Coffeyville, and Cowley are all 7-2. Hutchinson already owning wins over Barton and Coffeyville, albeit both of those wins being in the sports arena. The Blue Dragons could take a giant stride toward another conference championship with a win tonight at the expense of Cowley. The Tigers have been hard to beat here at home with only one loss in 7 basketball games. Blue Dragons won't be 100%. A lot of nagging injuries. Sal Nuhu probably will not see any action tonight for the Blue Dragons. Steve Eck returns after having to sit out a game. And a lot of things on the line for the nation's number 6 basketball team. Hutchinson wants to get it done on the basketball court, but if you're looking ahead and you're looking at the possibility that, as was the case last year, the Dragons somehow don't come out of Region 6 as the champion, then you want to have a great record at the end of the year so that the committee will pick you as an at-large team. That's on the line for both of these teams. Cowley can ill afford another loss that would drop them to 10-4. Blue Dragons have been getting a great performance by J.J. Rhymes, most notably 41 in a come-from 26-point behind win at Butler, but also averaging in double figures for the Blue Dragons. James Rojas, freshman, getting better and better, and Devontae Bandu. Now Bandu playing with strained ligaments in his shooting hand, and it has really been bothering him. How much he will play on this Wednesday night in Arc City remains to be seen. When you look at the Cowley Tigers, you're looking at kind of a snapshot of the Blue Dragons because they feature balanced scoring, although they will certainly have in Darnell Coart, the biggest player on the floor. Darnell averaging 15 points a game. He is 6'8", 300 pounds, and a sophomore. Maya Starks averages 11, Aaron McGee 10, and Cole Kinnaman. That's the same family that you're thinking of, Blue Dragon fans, but this is Cole Kinnaman from St. John. His father is Clint, the coach of St. John's, and he comes in averaging 7, got his first start just last game out. We're going to enjoy our national anthem here. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. Darren Dunn will give you his thoughts on tonight's matchup.
Need a ride anywhere in Reno County? Reno County Area Transportation can get you there. RCAT provides first-come, first-served general public transportation that is safe and affordable whether you live in town or in the country. RCAT accepts tickets, monthly passes, or cash. 24-hour advance notice is required for rural pickups. Call 694-2913 for information.
If you listen to the radio or watch TV, you probably realize you in for a real shock when you get your next heating bill. E&M Plumbing has the solution with the Rude 90-plus modulating gas furnace. Efficiency ratings of 94% and above could mean 30 to 40% savings on heating costs. And it's so quiet, you'll wonder if it's even running at all. E&M's regular service and Rude's reputation for reliability are your answers for high energy costs. For no obligation answers, call E&M Plumbing, your Rude dealer for the Hutchinson area.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us at Anchor Away 662-3100 and we'll have it ready for you. Choose from our selection of breakfast burritos, biscuits, or one of our 5 different complete breakfast plates. Breakfast from 7 to 10:30, Monday through Saturday. If you missed us for breakfast, we're here for lunch and dinner too. Pick up your favorite Mexican dinner or take some home for the family. We're open till 9. That's Anchor Away drive-through, carry-out, and catering under the water tower at B & Adams in Hutchinson, 662-3100.
Do you have Christmas cash burning a hole in your pocket, but want to get something that really lasts? Spend your Christmas cash at Nextech Wireless. All smartphones are half price, plus our unlimited plans will really stretch your dollar. You can get up to 5 lines of unlimited talk, text, and data for only $100 per month. Certain restrictions apply. Your Christmas cash can get you more with half-price smartphones and unlimited data at Nextech Wireless.
Rusty Hillstand, Darren Dunn with you from Arc City, home of the Cowley Tigers. Hutchinson against Cowley, always a good game. Dragons had to work very hard to win here, Darren, a year ago in what turned out to be a championship season for the Blue Dragons.
And it wasn't until the MVP, Shakur Houston, took over the game that the Blue Dragons pulled away late. You might see something similar here. It'll be interesting to see how the Blue Dragons guard the guy you were talking about in Darnell Cowart. Now, Wichita State fans know the name Shaq Morris well and how big he is on the court, not only in his presence, but the way he can score the rock. Shaq Morris at Wichita State is 6'9". The Blue Dragons are going against Darnell Cowart, number 50 from Chicago, Illinois for the Tigers, who is 6'8", 300, and he leads this team in scoring with 16 points per game here in conference play. You mentioned earlier as well J.J. Rimes for the Blue Dragons. Can he keep going? He's had double-digit scoring in every game this season, but at times he's been hotter than others. You think of the stretch of 5 games where he had 20-plus points per game in November. He then went on a 3-game stretch where he only averaged 12.6. Then suddenly the huge performance at Butler with 41 points, and he closed out the first half of the season with a 5-for-7 field goal shooting night with 14 points. So is this a 20-point night for J.J. Rimes, 20-plus, or is this back around the 12-point mark? Let's see how he begins 2018.
And for those of you accustomed to hearing the mellow tones of Glenn Grunwald, nothing wrong with Glenn. He's just taking the night off and giving Darren and myself, I'm Rusty Hilst, the opportunity to send the story of Blue Dragon basketball your way. And what a story it has been for the Blue Dragons over the years. 3 times national champions a year ago, started this year ranked number 1 in the poll, sustained an inexplicable loss to Cloud early on. By the way, Cloud has won only 2 league games, so the Blue Dragons very easily could have found themselves 13-0 right now, but the facts are they're 12-1. And they just simply need to take care of business.
Yeah, I just found the Blue Dragons on a night where things weren't clicking and everything seemed to go right for Cloud County at that point. And as you mentioned, it was a flash in the pan. Since then, the Blue Dragons, though, on a 7-game winning streak.
Blue Dragons will send Devontae Bandu out there. Bandu, the young man who was such a big player in that national championship a year ago, averages 14 points a game. J.J. Rimes gets a start for the Blue Dragons. J.J. averaging 20 on the year, 21 in conference play. Robert Whitfield, a 50% three-point shooter. And the Blue Dragons will try to get things done here in Cowley. Students are not so crowd. I think the break coming in here with the students not here probably.
Well, I think we get a little bit of a break because normally the pep band is directly behind us, and it gets much louder from our vantage point where we are over here in this corner section of the court and about a story up. We're a little higher than goal height over here, and I remember last year how loud it got from that pep band, so it's nice not having that added behind us.
For Cowley, we talked about Cole Kinnaman, 6'1" freshman. He averages 7. Aaron McGee averages 10. He's 6'4", a sophomore. Jeremiah Stark, 6'2", freshman, averaging 11. And the other two starters, Brendan Van Dyke from Avondale, Arizona, 6'7", a freshman, 7. And the big guy, Daniel Cowart, 6'8", 300, and a sophomore. Cowley in gray uniforms, orange trim, white numbers. And the Blue Dragons in their road reds. Blue Dragons have played a lot of games on the road this year. As a matter of fact, for Hutchinson, this is the 10th league game and the 7th time the Blue Dragons have been the visiting team. That's going to pretty soon start paying off for Hutchinson with a run of home games. Dragons have been a good road team. They are 6-1 on the road. Cowley 6-1 here at W.S. Scott Auditorium in Arc City. Jumping center for Cowley will be Brendan Van Dyke, the 6'7" youngster from Arizona. Our vantage point at the corner of this gymnasium, up about 12 or 14 feet above floor level. For the Blue Dragons, jumping center, Raquan Taylor, and the Dragons have the opening tap. Hutchinson working away from our broadcast position here in the first period. Dragons work it in the corner, flip it out front, zone defense by Cowley. Dragons get a jumper from J.J. Rhymes from about 10 feet away, and it is good to start action. Hutchinson with an early 2-0 advantage. Jeremiah Starks operates for Cowley. Blue Dragons open in a man defense. Aaron McGee flips it up high to Cole Kinnaman. Near side of the floor to Jeremiah Starks. Starks chased defensively by J.J. Rhymes. Drives into the paint, pulls up, follow-away shot. Not good, and the rebound quickly grabbed by Kai Mitchell. Off to Devontae Bandu. Second possession of the game for the Dragons. Bandu, one-hand shovel pass. Dragons work it in the corner, bring it back out front. Now it's Raquan Taylor backing in into traffic, muscles it up, muscles it in. And he is fouled. Raquan Taylor with a strong move.
Working against Brendan Van Dyke underneath, and such a strong move to begin with. He had it out at 15, brought it down inside. And you've seen some of those moves in the form of Shakur Houston.
Tigers play to the left side of the floor to Aaron McGee. McGee looking inside, goes to Kinnaman up high. Now near side, Jeremiah Starks. Flip goes into Cowart for the first time. Backing in against Kai Mitchell, can't get anything done. Plays it back out front. Ball tapped around. And the big guy, athletic at 300 pounds, comes up with it. Charges to the basket, underhand scoop, up and good. That was impressive.
You don't see a lot of big guys at 6 can take it in from outside the arc, inside the lane like a point guard, and score it like that.
Dragons get a little jumper in the paint by Kai Mitchell. That is good. Blue Dragons open 3 of 3. Jeremiah Starks goes behind a Cowart pick. Takes it to the far side of the floor. Gives to Aaron McGee. McGee wheeling to the free throw line. Plays it back to Kinnaman. Into the post it goes to Cowart. Cowart backing in, muscling it up. Draws a foul.
Kai Mitchell has the task of guarding Cowart. He got help that time once Cowart got it on the inside, and just kind of reaching in and bailing Cowart out a little bit was Devontae Bandu.
Bandu got the foul. A couple of free throws coming for Cowart. Big guy misses the first. Not a bad free thrower. Makes about 65%. but did not succeed on that one. Has one more coming. Blue Dragons man the inside rebound positions. That's Raquan Taylor and Kai Mitchell. Cowart spins it, eyes the basket, flips it up. This one's perfect. So Cowart has 3, and the Blue Dragon advantage is 7-3 to Rhymes, right side of the floor. Rhymes charges to the basket, underhand scoop block, struggles to get it back. It's knocked out of bounds, touch last by Arch City.
Had the defenders be just Van Dyke able for the backside to get enough of the ball to knock it away.
Inbounds to Mitchell. And then a jumper by Rhymes is missed and rebounded away by the Cowley College Tigers. Aaron McGee to Cowart, tries a 3. Got that too. And that's not a fluke. He can make 3s. That's 8 made 3s for Cowart this year. And it's a 7-6 basketball game. For the Blue Dragons, Whitfield to J.J. Rhymes at the free throw line. Still the zone defense. Jumper comes from the right side, and it is good by Kai Mitchell. Medium range jumper makes it 9-6. Starks in the left-hand corner, drives baseline, tosses it to the near side. Open look at 3 for Kinnaman, doesn't get it. Rebound grab by Kai Mitchell. Off to Bandu, who glides to the offensive end, crosses over, takes a follow-away shot. Tough shot, doesn't get it. Scramble for the rebound, won by nobody. Out of bounds it goes. Touched last by Cowley.
I think Kinnaman thought that it was touched last underneath by a Blue Dragon, and he was incorrect as one of his teammates had poked it out last. Otherwise, Kinnaman could have safely secured it down on the baseline.
Brendan Van Dyke, the last to touch it. Dragons inbound. Rojas now on the floor for the Dragons. Dragons give to Taylor at the free throw line. Moves inside, misses in close. A scramble for the rebound. A scramble for it, shared possession. And the arrow will give it to Cowley.
Saw a strong move moments ago by Taylor. That time, not quite of a struggle, and you saw it in the way he tried to finish. Just not the same type of move for the basket.
Starks takes it down the right side of the floor, goes behind a pick, works to the left side, leaves it for Kinnaman. Kinnaman goes inside Cowart. Cowart muscling, puts up the shot, doesn't get it. Nice defense by Taylor. Dragons come away with a rebound. Whitfield has it. Cowley back defensively. Whitfield teardrop in the lane, doesn't go. Rebound tapped around. Rojas comes up with it. A lot of contact, no call. Dragons have it. A 3 triggered from the right side, way too hard by J.J. Rhymes, and the rebound taken away by Cowley. Big guy brings it up the floor. Kinnaman guarded. Young man from St. John, Kansas, plays in the far corner to Starks, who ties the game with a 3-pointer. Tied at 9. 4.5 minutes gone in the first half. J.J. Rhymes to Rojas, who fires one from the corner, doesn't get it. Rojas not bashful about taking the 3, wasn't successful. Cowley comes away with the carom. It's McGee. Now Starks. Back to McGee, left side of the floor. Down deep to Van Dyke, backing in. Hooks it up, scores it somehow, and got fouled. Very, very athletic move by Brendan Van Dyke.
2-step process. Who's backing down on Rojas, where he gets his left pivot foot around the outside of Rojas. And then once you get that momentum going with your low and through, you open up just through contact.
Hutchinson's going to take a timeout. The foul, by the way, was on Rojas. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back.
Hello, this is Tom Elliott of Elliott Mortuary, and again this year we are pleased to help sponsor HCC Blue Dragon Sports. We encourage you to support all the Blue Dragon games, both home and away, with your attendance, but if not, we hope you enjoy listening to the game here on KWBW and Country 102.9. Elliott Mortuary and Crematory, a proud sponsor of Hutchinson Community College, and honored to have served the families of Hutchinson and Reno County since 1935.
Blue Dragons had the lead in this game 7-3, Darren, and all of a sudden you look up and it's 11-9, so an 8-2 run with a free throw coming.
So far, the Blue Dragons have been content to allow the ball to go into Cowley's leading scorer in Cowart, and as long as the Blue Dragons can keep him away once he has that ball underneath, they'll do fine. Now that he's on the bench, though, it won't be a factor.
Van Dyke trying to finish off the three-point play. Free throws it up and in. So it is 12-9 Cowley. Whitfield for the Dragons. Throws it behind Rhymes, who has to do a nice job to recover. Tries to muscle his way inside and draws a foul. That's what JJ does best.
6'4". A lot of people think that he's a little bit undersized, trying to go on the inside. A lot's been said about the weight he's lost and the muscle he's gained in the offseason, and he's used that to be a stronger finisher at the rim. Last year, where he was, maybe around a 25% finisher under there, he's done a much better job and gotten himself way above the 50% finish range underneath the bucket.
And both free throws are good for JJ, his fourth point of the game. And Hutchinson back within one at 12-11. Jeremiah Starks handles against the Hutchinson man-to-man. Works to the left floor, lost it momentarily, retrieved it. Now gives in the corner to McGee. Back it goes. Shot clock is 6. Van Dyke has it. Pull up, bank, good. Boy, he is a smooth-looking player. That was actually Aaron McGee that got that basket for Cowley. Cowley by 3. JJ tightens it to just a 1-point game as he scores inside his 6th point. 14-13 for Cowley. Kinnaman has it on the sideline right in front of the Hutchinson bench, and now drives across the top of the circle. Leaves it for Aaron McGee. McGee tries to drive, really defended well by Bandu. Throws it down on the baseline to Van Dyke. Ball knocked out of bounds. Touch last by the Dragons. Cowley to inbound with 11 seconds left shot clock.
Blue Dragon basketball on Country 102.9, Hutchinson's Country Station KHUT, and KWBW Radio, 1450 AM and 98.5 FM, where Hutchinson comes to talk.
Baseline left inbounds. Toss it on the far side of the floor to Patrick Carnes, a transfer who just became eligible. They play it out front, and the three-point try is missed by Cedric Rembert, rebounded by the Blue Dragons. Dragons go down on the baseline. A sideline jumper is up and good for Curtis Hollis. 2-point basket moves Hutchinson on top, 15-14. Both of these coaches will not hesitate to go deep into their bench. And there's a foul on Bandu, riding the shoulder of Aaron McGee. And that's 2 fouls on Devontae Bandu, and he knows where he's going, as Coach Steve Eck rarely allows anybody to get a 3rd foul in the first half. Into the game for the Blue Dragons, Tyler Cotton. Dragons right now with J.J. Rhymes, James Rojas, Curtis Hollis, Kai Mitchell, and Cotton on the floor. Baseline left inbounds, tossed way out high, tracked down by Patrick Carnes. As we talked about, a transfer from Johnson Community College, knocked down 85 threes while he was there. Those stats courtesy of my partner, Darren Dunn. Kurt Kinnaman rises up for 3. Back iron, not good. Dragons come away with a rebound. JJ in the middle of the floor. JJ on the charge of the basket. Underhand scoop is good. JJ Rhymes with 8. Dragons by 3 and a timeout, Cowley. We return in half a minute.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager of Midwest Ford and Toyota in Hutchinson. Longtime sponsors of HCC Sports and are always looking for ways to help our local community. We know you have many choices when it comes to your vehicle needs, and that's how with a better way. Any new or most pre-owned vehicles at Midwest Super. That includes a limited lifetime powertrain warranty, helping you with secure liability and lower cost of ownership. If we don't have it, we can get it. New Toyota, new Ford, or even pre-owned vehicle that fits you. Come see us at 1100 East 30th or online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
In Arc City, it is Hutchinson 17, Cowley College 14. Blue Dragons going for their 8th straight win since that loss in Concordia. And Cowley trying to stay right in the thick of the race in the Jayhawk Conference.
8-3 run for the Blue Dragons in the last 2 minutes.
Kinnaman has it for the Tigers. Up high it goes. The Tigers now have it back in the hands of Kinnaman. And Kinnaman buries a three-pointer. And this game is tied at 17. For the Blue Dragons, Kai Mitchell has it, spins into a double team, dishes it off to Rojas, doesn't score, gets it right back and is fouled as he tries to follow up his own miss. Rojas will shoot 2.
Rojas in the perfect place at the perfect time. The only thing that wasn't perfect was the finish. Still a second opportunity off of that offensive rebound, and he'll have to take his chances at the line. In a perfect world, he gets that off the pass and the first attempt on the baseline.
And the free throw by Rolls, the first of 2, is good. And the second. So Rojas hits a pair. Hutchinson back on top by a couple. Almost 8 minutes deep into the first half of this basketball game as Kinnaman angles to the left side. Plays it off to Carnes. Kinnaman gets it back. Goes behind a pick. Tosses it backwards. Carnes with a good look at 3. That's his shot. Doesn't get it. Rebound Shakur inside. And he scores. So a tie game at 19. J.J. Rhymes steps into a double team and got tied up. Arrow should leave it with Hutchinson and will.
Strong move toward the basket by Rhymes. That high step he likes to take. Kind of a slow one, making the Cowley crowd thinking that he walked with it. Just a nice move toward the bucket.
Ball comes in. J.J. fall-away shot. Doesn't get it. Front iron. Tapped out in front by Mitchell. Saved by Cotton. And then in the process of saving it back into the playing area, he tosses it right into the hands of Darius Harrison. Cowley has the basketball with the game knotted at 19. Kinnaman off to Rembert. Rembert comes across the top of the circle. Almost traveled with it. To Patrick Carnes. Carnes angling left. Leaves it for Kinnaman. Kinnaman. And there's a moving screen and a foul on Cowley. First foul on Shakur. Robert Whitfield back in for Hutchinson. And J.J. gets a rest.
Speaking of rest, Darnell Coward has been resting since starting off hot with 6 points for the Tigers.
You wonder about his stamina at his side. Dragons get it to Rojas at the free throw line. Challenges the basket, doesn't get it. And the rebound wrestled away by Marquand Shakur. Cowley basketball. Kinnaman into Shakur it goes, and Shakur scores his second basket. 21-19, it is Cowley with the lead. Rojas for the Dragons. Whitfield fires up with 3. He's a good three-point shooter, but that time he had a foot on the line. It's a 2-pointer to tie the game at 21.
Hollis able to get that one to go.
Thank you for the correction. At the Cowley end, another basket scored in close. This time it's Darius Harrison. Dragons Whitfield answers at the opposite end of the floor. 23-23 basketball game. Working across the top of the key is Cedric Rembert. Chased by Curtis Hollis. Rembert gets away, puts up a teardrop, and got it. Rembert scoring. For the Dragons, Whitfield. Now Hollis. Now Rojas in the corner. Not bashful about the 3. Doesn't get it. Follow shot good by a hustling Tyler Cotton. Dragons knotted again at 25-25. 9 minutes and change left first half. Shakur works down inside. Well defended by Rojas. Beautiful outlet pass. Hollis on the run out. Lays it up and in, and he's fouled. What a play by Rojas.
AB, if you suffer any kind of sports injury, call the outstanding doctors at Pinnacle Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Doctors Lowen and Severud have effectively treated virtually every kind of sports injury. They use the most advanced arthroscopic surgical techniques available to medicine. You'll also work closely with their highly trained physical therapists every step of your rehab. Get back in the game with Pinnacle Sports Medicine. Call 662-6000 to schedule your appointment or visit them online at summitks.com.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Soul Talks from Ashcraft in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart. For you and about you.
Cowley red hot to start with, 10 out of 17 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3, but the Blue Dragons with the 2-point lead.
You have to wonder how much rest the Tigers are going to give Darnell Cowart when he was in this ball game, was taking over a little bit in the paint with those 6 points, and now he will come back in. And I think it does go to that stamina that you mentioned. And in those times, head coach Steve Eck will have to decide, does he want to move Kai Mitchell in and out at the same time? He did give him a little bit of rest. Expect a fresh Kai Mitchell to come in defensively as he did earlier against Darnell Cowart.
Curtis Hollis to try to finish the 3-point. Does just that. 28-25 Hutch, 9:08 in the initial half. For Cowley, Jeremiah Starks works out front. Plays it on the left side of the floor to Harrison. Now it's back into the hands of Aaron McGee. McGee in the corner to Starks for 3, and it's good. Jeremiah Starks with his 25th three-pointer of the year ties the game at 28. J.J. Rhymes, Raekwon Taylor, Mitchell at the free throw line. Can't get a shot up. Off to Taylor. Taylor to J.J. Rhymes. Hook pass back on the baseline. Baseline drive not there. Dish to Mitchell, and he scores.
There was just enough stutter on the baseline to get that bounce pass in as both defenders somewhat left their feet.
Dragons back on top, 30-28. First action for the Blue Dragons since December 9th. Cowart for Cowley tosses it to the far, move it back out front. Nice ball movement. There's an error to track it down. 10 to shoot. Ball in the hands of Cedric Rembert, who puts up a 3. It is too hard. Rebound J.J. Rhymes for the Dragons. Rhymes pushes it to the other end. Cowley back defensively. Rhymes charges into traffic. Plays it back to Mitchell. Free throw line jump. Back iron. Rebound Raekwon Taylor for the Dragons underneath. Rises up. Got fouled, but I think he traveled first.
That's what the official saw, as he got himself a little too far under the basket. When he tried to come back out on the right side, he just took a couple of steps.
Back to the Cowley lineup comes Brendan Van Dyke. And sitting down, Darius Harrison. For the Tigers, Cedric Rembert handles out front, guarded by Whitfield for the Dragons. Rembert comes top of the key, moves in, 15-footer, no good, rebound Mitchell. Off to Whitfield. Whitfield pushes the action to the top of the key, plays it on the wing, where J.J. rolls across the iron, and the rebound cleared out by Darnell Cowart. Rembert has it at the offensive end, Whitfield on him. Cowart works between the circles. Now right side of the floor, starts for 3. This one off the mark. Rebound Raekwon Taylor for the Dragons. Long pass to forecourt. Dragons play it back to Whitfield. Puts up a 3. This one off the side. Rebound Mitchell. Saves it into the hands of Hollis. Hollis bounce pass. Side. Beautiful passing. And the basket scored by Curtis Hollis. Dragons terrific ball. Bounce pass down. Van Dyke goes inside, can't get a shot up. Retrieved by Cowart. Cowart has no dribble left. Might have gotten away with one. Muscles it up, got fouled. Thought he might have used up his dribble. The official says no, foul on Hutchinson.
I said it was a bobble instead of a intended force to the ground, so he has that extra dribble to battle in there. The Blue Dragons kind of throwing that zone now against Darnell Coward with Kai Mitchell in the middle.
Coward shoots the free throw up, and it is off the mark. Hutchinson at the moment with a 4-point lead, equal to the biggest margin. Actually, the Dragons had a 5-0 lead early. Coward's second free throw tightens it by 1, as it is good. And the big man has 7 for Cowley. Dragons put it in the hands of Robert Whitfield. Whitfield angles to the right side. Now bounces to the left side of the floor. To Mitchell at the top of the key. Raekwon Taylor on the side. Back to J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes takes a 17-footer, does not get it. And Coward, the rebound for Cowley. Rimbert and Coward. Coward has it out where he can hit threes. He's already made one from there. Wants to drive inside, muscles it up. Soft touch, got it. I'll tell you what, he's a good player.
He has a little bit of that point guard look behind him, which is strange for a guy who's 6'8", 300 pounds.
For the Dragons, J.J. Rhymes can't get a shot up. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell to J.J. J.J.'s reverse is blocked. Van Dyke got a hand on it. Cowley comes away with it, lobs it down inside, and it won't go on the alley-oop. Dragons rebound the miss. Long pass to Hollis. Dragons tried to alley-oop it unsuccessfully at the other end as Hollis can't finish. Comes off to Cowley. 1-point Dragon advantage, 32-31. Rembert has it on the sideline, guarded by Curtis Hollis. And too closely guarded, Hollis will get a foul.
It's strange to see a guy like Darnell Coward at 6'8", 300, who could be a defensive lineman at the next level, have moves that you would normally see from a point guard.
And a soft touch. Almost shoots a teardrop.
He has that little runner going for him. He's even had an underhanded layup through defenders earlier. Just not used to seeing it from a man of that size.
Cowley inbounds, down 1. Kinnaman back in. Handles, guarded by Whitfield. Gets away from Whitfield just barely. Keeps the dribble up. Now lost it out of bounds, and it's touched last by Kinnaman. Knocked free by the quick hands of Robert Whitfield.
Just the second turnover of this game. It's kind of strange to go from a game. We had 40 turnovers, and now we're already over 15 minutes on only the second one of the game.
Both teams have played well. Dragons with a basketball and a 1-point lead. Whitfield top of the key. He can hit that shot, doesn't take it. Kai Mitchell wants to drive, can't. Gives it to Josh Creech, who just checked in. His jumper is off the front iron and rebounded out by Patrick Carnes for Cowley. Carnes, 3-point shooter, this time on the drive, puts up the floater inside, does not get it. Kai Mitchell grabs the rebound to Whitfield, to J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes with no avenue to the basket. Comes back to Mitchell. Dragons tried to slip back door. Kinnaman anticipated, stole the pass. Cole Kinnaman to Carnes. Left side of the floor, and a three is good by Jeremiah Starks. 3 made threes for Starks.
And all from that side. He's finding a heat spot right over there on that area of the court.
Dragons want a timeout. They trail it by 2 with 4 minutes to play in the first half. We're coming right back in half a minute.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon athletics.
3-point basket's instrumental in this Cowley lead.
And for Starks, he's now 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. You know, when you used to play the old NBA Jam, if you hit a shot 3 times from the same spot, you were on fire. So it's about time to get on Starks and keep him away from that 3-point line.
Rhymes has it for the Dragons at the free throw line. Bounces it out front to Whitfield. Whitfield wants to drive it. Defense. Rojas has it at the free throw line. Backhand pass inside to Creech. Left it short, and the rebound grabbed for Cowley. Once again by Patrick Carnes, who's been a big factor in this game. Kinnaman plays to Carnes on the near side of the floor. Hasn't hit a three, but he's very capable. Dragons give him a little space, doesn't take the shot. Kinnaman has it right in front of the Dragon bench with 9 to shoot. Comes back to Carnes. Bounce goes inside, and an underhand scoop is up and missing by Darius Harrison, but he is fouled. Josh Creech getting the foul. Dragons have 6 fouls unofficially. Bandu has 2 of them. He's been sitting most of the first half. Harrison's free throw, the first of 2, is missed.
Tommy DeSalm in his 9th season, when he was talking about the transfer from Johnson County, Patrick Carnes, he said, I don't know how much he's going to play, but he said it with a boy smile, and we've already seen Carnes for 7 minutes here in this first half of the play. Yeah. He's done well on the boards, trying to find his shot, though.
Both free throws are missed, and the Dragons claim the rebound. Hutchinson down 2. Whitfield glides inside. Shot blocked by Carnes. Taken away by Starks. Starks on the run to the basket, puts it up, doesn't get it. And the Dragons, Tyler Cotton grabs the rebound. Raekwon Taylor up the floor to Rojas. Drives by his man, tosses it back outside the arc. Now it goes to Taylor at the free throw line. Squirms inside, doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, got it blocked. And it's taken away by Carnes for Cowley. Carnes to Starks. Cowley 34, Hutchinson 32 with 2.5 to play in the first half. There's a three-pointer. This one missed by Starks from a different spot on the floor, as you pointed out. Dragons come away with the rebound. JJ drives inside, ties the game, and is fouled. Rhymes with his 10th point of the half will go to the free throw line.
They're able to get inside, get fouled, go to the line for 2. This year, you're seeing him put himself in more three-point opportunities with those and-one plays.
And JJ with a chance to give Hutchinson the lead back. And the free throw is good.
JJ continues that streak of double-digit scoring all season.
Yep. 11 points for Rhymes. Dragons 35, Tigers 34. Starks doesn't take the shot to Kinnaman. Now inside Cowart, muscling inside, bowls it up and in.
Boy, if you didn't see the power before, you saw it on that play.
Yeah, he probably got fouled on that, although it wasn't called. Cowley back to a 1-point lead. For the Blue Dragons, JJ plays on the side. Jumper from the baseline is up and good by Raekwon Taylor. About a 15-footer off the right baseline. 37-36, Dragons by 1. Kinnaman guarded by Whitfield. Dragons have been pretty much all man-to-man here. Kinnaman has Whitfield stay right with him. Kinnaman drives inside, tries to dish it off, does. Shot missed by Harrison. Got it back and then had it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with Cowley. Aaron McGee returns. Patrick Carnes sits for Cowley.
Marquand Shakur got that ball underneath on the offensive rebound, and boy, his eyes got big because he knew he had an easy layup. And sometimes those uncontested layups, the hardest ones to make.
Baseline right inbounds. Goes into Starks in that corner that he likes so much. Drives into the paint. Follow-away floater. Good. Jeremiah Starks having a nice half. He has 11. And Cowley back on top by 1, 38-37.
His first points from inside the...
Tyler Cotton to Whitfield. JJ left baseline. Back to the free throw line. Raekwon Taylor off the mark. Rebound Shakur. Marquand Shakur leaves it for Aaron McGee. And Cowley, for the first time in a while, with the lead and the ball. We're inside a minute to play in the first half. Kinnaman has it. Chased by Whitfield. That's been quite a matchup. Comes off to Starks. Shovels it to McGee. Starks gets it back. Jumps from the left side. Hits. Jeremiah Starks having a tremendous game. 13 in the first half. And Cowley leads the Dragons 40-37. Rojas thought about a three. Thinks better of it. to Rhymes at the free throw line. Spinning in. Fall-away shot. Not good. Tough shot. And a rebound grab by Coward for Cowley. Aaron McGee has it. About 15 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Handling out in three-point country is McGee. Now drives, stepped on the baseline, lost track of his geography, and turns it over to the Dragons.
That's a great job by Rojas, giving him the baseline and then closing it off at the last moment, giving himself that extra defender, so to speak, and forcing him out of bounds.
Dragons have 5.5 seconds to move the length of the floor. Whitfield gets it. Tosses it up to Rojas. Rojas for three. Got it! A dagger from the right sideline by Rojas at the end of the first half ties this with half from Arch City.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert F. of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Burning Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has helped homeowners bring their remodel ideas to life. If you're looking to update a kitchen or bathroom or hoping to remodel your entire home, trust the team at Erickson Custom Building. We create customized plans designed around your dreams, ideas, and budget. Follow through on any home project. Custom Building at 620-585-EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue, all three pharmacists at the Medicine Shop graduated from HCC. Rick Stone in 1984, Brent Bellman in 2001, and Lacey Stone in 2007. In fact, the Medicine Shop has employed over a dozen HCC students over the past 15 years who are now Kansas pharmacists. The Medicine Shop and the Blue Dragons working together as one team.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
Well, the Blue Dragon ladies were mighty entertaining in the night's first game, as despite 31 turnovers, they beat Cowley 78-70 in a game that went right down to the wire. The game that we are witnessing right now between the men of Hutchinson and those of Cowley, equally entertaining, as the Blue Dragons, on the strength of that three-pointer by Rojas to end the first half, find themselves tied at 40 with the homestanding Tigers. It is halftime, and therefore time for the Medicine Shop first half game capsule. You know, every time I start that I'm well informed about health issues, I find out something that I don't know. Have you ever heard the name Shingrix? It's a brand new shingles vaccine that's now available at the Medicine Shop. Even though you may have had the old Zostavax shot, it's recommended that if you're an adult over 50, and I certainly qualify, you should go ahead and get this two-part vaccination. Call Lacey at the Medicine Shop for all the information. That number to call, 620-663-7681. It's Shingrix, the new shingles vaccine. Say Shingrix real quickly about 3 times.
It can be really tough, so I'm not going to put myself in that position. Maybe off the air on the way home, I'll give you a few practice tips. The Blue Dragons tied at 40 here in this one, thanks to a 3 right before the end for the Blue Dragons from James Rojas. He's just 1 for 3 from beyond the arc in this game. Only his 4th three-pointer on the season, but able to tie it up. What's been interesting, the turnover battle. This has been a very clean game. 3 turnovers in the first half by Cowley, just 2 by the Blue Dragons, and we went about 15 minutes of basketball with just 2 turnovers between the two teams. Blue Dragons in this one, getting some help from J.J. Rhymes, who has another scoring effort already at halftime. We'll see if he can take that. 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. We'd like to see a little bit better shooting performance from him. We know he's capable of it. Had that 5 for 7 performance back on December 9th. Curtis Hollis is 4 for 4 from the floor with 9 points. He has 9 of the team's 16 bench points, and in that bench points category, the Blue Dragons lead at 16-8 over the Tigers of Cowley. 5 points and 5 rebounds from Raekwon Taylor. He struggled a little bit from the 15-foot range, but his counterpart, Kai Mitchell, has 3 for 4, getting a couple from 15. James Rojas has 5 points and 3 rebounds to go with it. The Blue Dragons leading the rebound category 23-18, leading the way for the Tigers of Cowley. How about 13 points from Jeremiah Stark? Started off with 9 points from the three-point line, and he's gotten them all from the same area, out on that left corner side, down over there where he is 3 for 5 now from beyond the arc, but in that area, shooting 3 for 3. He's had his misses from beyond the arc on the other side of the court. He has 13 points. Cole Kinnaman hit down another 3 for the Tigers. He has just 3 in the game, and the Tigers are 5 for 12 from beyond the arc. Take-home point, 3 of those 5 makes from beyond distance come from Jeremiah Starks. Waiting for Patrick Carnes to see if he can get going. He is 0 for 2. The transfer from Johnson County hit 85 threes out there last year. Transferred in, eligible today. He's done some work on the boards, though, pulling down 3. And then Darnell Coward, man, what's to say about this guy? 6'8", 300 pounds, has a lot of power. The only negative is that stamina. He averages 23 minutes per game in conference play. That's why you saw him out much of that first half. We'll see how far he can take it in the second half. While he was in, very effective, 11 points and 6 rebounds to go with it. Not to say the Blue Dragons haven't done a great job with him. He's just a powerful scorer on the inside. In that first half, the Blue Dragons were letting him catch the ball and then collapsing on him. So we'll see what can come of that. The Blue Dragons just 1 for 5 from beyond the arc in the first half, whereas 5 for 12 for the Tigers from Cali, shooting 41.7% from distance. 16 field goals made at a 51.6% clip for Cali. 39% shooting for the Blue Dragons, but 16 makes out of 41 attempts. So big there that the Blue Dragons got 10 extra attempts to have this game tied at halftime at 40. The other thing from the free throw line, Hutchinson Community College, 7 of 7. The Tigers, 3 of 7.
Good job. We'll take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from Arc City as the Blue Dragons and the Cowley College Tigers all square at 40.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe you deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name-brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
It could be you just woke up feeling way too yucky, or one of your kids gets really scuffed up while playing. Whatever the reason, you might need same-day medical care. You'll really appreciate the Prairie Star Walk-In Clinic. We're concerned about your well-being, whether you have insurance or care you deserve, at Prairie Star Health Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
Christmas cash burning a hole in your pocket? Let Jim's Water and Woods take care of that for you. Winter is the perfect time to own a hot spring spa. Warm, soothing water easing away the stress of the day under a starry sky. Another way to relax and stay warm is with a Brio fire pit. Jim's has several to choose from, and the best part? No smoke. Since it's always grilling season, consider a grill from Weber or Hasty Bake or a smoker from Cook Shack or Fast Eddie's, and you'll always find a great selection of barbecue accessories, seasonings, and sauces. It's all at Jim's Water and Woods, 419 West 2nd in Hutchinson.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Since you haven't heard his his voice tonight, I'm sure that there are those of you out there that are worried about Glenn Grunwald. Sometimes he gives us reason to worry about him, but his absence tonight, nothing to worry about. Just simply getting a night off after a busy pre-Christmas portion of the conference race. Glenn and I will be back with the Blue Dragons in the sports arena on Saturday as they entertain Allen Community College. Two big games took place on this Wednesday night, first Wednesday of 2018 in women's basketball in the Jayhawk Conference. One of those was right here, where the Blue Dragon women survived 31 turnovers to defeat Cowley 78-70. It was the first loss for Cowley on this floor all year long, and just the second loss in the league. That moved Hutchinson into a tie with Cowley. At that point, it was for second place in the conference behind then league-leading Independence. But Independence couldn't get the job done at Seward, and as a result, we've got three teams atop the pack in the women's race.
It's just such a tough place to play whenever you go to the greenhouse, and Seward getting the win by 11 there. You take a look around at some of those other scores where Colby at Neosho. Neosho gets the win there by 11. Butler just demolishes Pratt in the Beaver Dome, 74-42. Dodge went to Allen. Red Devils victorious in that one, 66-42. Garden City went into Coffeyville and won that one by 7, 66-59. And then Cloud, losers at Barton, 76-58 as the Cougars beat the Thunderbirds.
And that brings you up to date on women's basketball in the Jayhawk Conference. This 26-game conference schedule is a murderous affair in the eyes of the coaches. From the standpoint of the broadcasters, it's a lot of fun because every game is a competitive. You don't get any blowouts. Next year, however, the conference will return to what it had going before. You'll play each of the teams on if that happens, have to return the visit until the year following. Coaches will like that a lot more. I'm not sure I like the fairness of it.
What I like about this current schedule that you've mentioned, being able to see teams twice, is a selfish reason because you get to see a team once and you get the name pronunciations. So it makes the preparation the next game a little bit easier for me because I can write them out phonetically. So no bearing for the teams, but for me, I like it to get that ready.
Well, one of the people that was instrumental in going to this 26-game conference schedule was Hutchinson and Josh Gooch. Yeah, it's a lot of conference games, but what's more, you play everybody home and home. You can't get any more fair than that. I like the fact that we started getting some crowds in the sports arena prior to Christmas, which rarely happened when the Blue Dragons had a bunch of teams coming in that, rightly or wrongly, the fans of Hutchinson felt they would beat by 20 or 30 points.
Yeah, and I think it's a move you kind of see a little bit, to some extent, at the NCAA level for the fact that you get at the early side of the season some of those very meaningful games that you know if you win, you're better for it, and really if you lose, you're better for it as well because you learn a lot more about your team sometimes in those close, hard-fought victories or losses than you do sometimes in a victory that you run away with by 20 or 30 points.
And regardless of what your is, you know in the junior college game that if you can put together a 4-game win streak at the right
that you want to peak at the right time. You see it in the National Football League every year. You see it in the March Madness tournament every year. Sometimes those teams, even though if they have more losses than some of those others, if they've peaked at the right time and they're putting together those win streaks at the right time, very difficult for anybody to beat, even those teams who come in with 1 or no losses.
Well, time to speculate a little bit about the second half. Each coach, Tommy DeSalm for Cowley and Steve Eck for Hutchinson. What do you suppose they told their kids at halftime? Keep on, keep it on?
Well, I think for Cowley, you want to continue to ride the hot streak of Jeremiah Starks. He averages 12.1 points in conference play. Pretty hot in that first half with 13 points. For the Blue Dragons, there were just a few times, and you see it at least once or twice every game, but they would come down the court and shoot up a quick three, and you hear it every time they do it, and it's a miss. Coach Eck turns around to the bench, and he's saying, it's too quick. It's too quick. get into the offense. So he wants his team to work the offense a little bit more unless they have that easy. And I think the Tigers need to ride Jeremiah Starks and maybe look at getting Darnell Cowart the ball a little bit more on the inside. What I'm interested in seeing the most, will the Blue Dragons continue to allow Cowart at 6'8", 300 pounds to get the entry pass, or will they try to deny him a little more and keep him from getting to the rack?
And if you're Tommy DeSolm, the coach of Cowley, how do you use Cowart in the second half? He probably doesn't have the stamina to play 20 minutes. Do you save him? Cowley, 69, Dragons 64, trying to pin the second loss of the conference on Hutchinson. Cowley inbounds. Carnes has it in three-point country. Off to McGee. McGee tries to create a driving lane, hooks it off the glass, doesn't get it. Rebound tapped around, lays up and in by Cowart. Dragons are really being punished by Darnell Cowart. 7-point Cowley lead. J.J. Rhymes glides inside. It bounces off the rim. It'll stay with Hutch.
On the other end, Rhymes and Bandu just kind of whiffed on that rebound. I think Rhymes felt like he was pushed in the back, and once those two whiffed and went by the ball, nothing but space for Cowart to finish.
Dragons have not been able to hit jumpers. It's all been inside and at the free throw line. Lob it inside, catch in close, muscled up, missed, and then wrestled away again by Darnell Cowart, who has been the difference in this basketball game.
It's already a double-double with those 22 points and 11 rebounds.
Drive by Rembert all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. And the Dragons are down 9 with 5:15 to go. The Cowley crowd into it. Hutchinson takes a timeout, and the Dragons are going to have a remarkable final 5:15. We'll be back in half a minute.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Robert F. of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, and by Mann, Wyatt & Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for one day only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of Dragon Athletics.
As though Cowley has kind of taken away the inside from the Blue Dragons, and the Blue Dragons are very reluctant to take shots from the perimeter.
Well, and Cowley has used Darnell Cowart more than they have in previous games. 23 minutes he comes into this one in conference play, averaging already 23 minutes in this one and going for more.
Bandu has it for the Dragons. Off to JJ. JJ wants to drive, can't. Plays it back outside the arc to Whitfield, guarded by Kinnaman. Jumper, medium range, good by Whitfield. Rob Whitfield with a badly needed basket for the Dragons. Makes it 73-66. 4:48 to go. Dragons need some turnovers in a game that has had very few.
The Blue Dragons
need to play solid defense. Need some stops. Remember, tracks down a bad pass. It's batted out of bounds.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or elsewhere, and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
Cowart, who puts up a three. Why not? Doesn't get this one. But a rebound by Rembert as he came out of nowhere to steal it away. and that'll cost the Dragons probably another 30 seconds or more. There's a drive inside and a tie-up.
Juan Taylor there on the inside. A lot of people thought maybe he wrapped himself all the way around, but that's been the consistent call of the night in the paint. When a defender gets a hand on the ball, this crew goes to the jump.
Understand we have a commercial running in the background at the station, so don't know what we can do right here. Cowley inbounds, leading by 7, baseline left, and they don't get the ball inbounds. The Dragons are going to get it on the turnover.
Just the 8th by the Tigers, and you mentioned not very many turnovers in this one, just 5 between the two teams in the first half, a few more in the second half, but still just 8 for the Tigers, 7 for the Blue Dragons.
Dragons need points on this trip. J.J. Rhymes to Raquan Taylor, bounces into traffic, rises up, lost it, got it back. Now J.J. has it. J.J. inside, offensive foul. Not Kurt, but Cole Kinnaman taking the charge, and he might be hurt. I think he took a knee right in the solar plexus.
You know, you're kind of sacrificing yourself when you get in the way of anybody on the court, especially the speed and power of the 6'4" J.J. Rhymes. And you protect yourself as much as you can, but there's only so much of your body you can cover up when that speed's coming at you.
Dragons put on the pressure. We're under 4 minutes to play. Hutchinson looking at a 7-point deficit. Kinnaman, long pass cross court, deflected up in the stands. Touched last by Blue Dragon Raquan Taylor. Not time to panic yet, but the Dragons have to play some remarkable basketball the rest of the way. Puts it up, doesn't get it. Offensive rebound by Cowley, and Cowley has gotten a whole bunch of loose basketball. Missed 3 out of the corner by Patrick Carnes, rebounded by the Dragons. Do the Dragons have it in them? Bandu spins, little floater, doesn't go, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Hutch.
So this is the point of the game last year where Shakur Houston took over. Which Blue Dragon can take over in this one to finish it?
Cowley has done a wonderful job of making it difficult on the inside. Somebody's going to have to hit a perimeter shot. Kai Mitchell handles the inbounds. Dragons muscle it up. Got it! Fast. J.J. the chance for a three-point play. Tommy DeSalm, excited, was almost out on the court. Got a warning from the official. J.J. Rhymes will shoot his 14th free throw of the game, which, if successful, would make this a 4-point game.
And more importantly, Darnell Coward picks up his 4th personal foul.
And there are those in the crowd that saw it differently. A lot of explanations being... They changed it to Shakur instead of Cowart. Now Steve Eck's not happy. Come on, guys, you got to know on whom you called the foul. Called it on Shakur, so leave Cowart with 3 fouls.
Yeah, so both have 3 at this point.
Free throw Rhymes. Rolls in. Hutch within 4. Substitution for Cowley. Back on the floor, Aaron McGee coming out as Kinnaman, who might still be a little shaken up. 73-69. Jeremiah Starks chased by a couple of Dragons out front. Bounces it cross court to Rembert, who has been very good in the second half. Rembert guarded by Whitfield. Angle dribble to the right side. Leaves it for McGee. They weave it out front. Now McGee wants to drive into the paint. Almost travels with it. Gets it back outside the arc to Rembert. 4 to shoot. Rembert a long ways from the basket. Throws up a prayer. It's not good, but rebounded again by Cowley. Off to Cowart. His shot blocked. They scramble for it. Dragons come up with it. Outlet to J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes hooks it off to a driving Whitfield, who scored. And Hutch is within 2. What a basketball game we are seeing. Jeremiah starts in the backcourt. Now steps across the timeline. It out there by Bandu. Finally gives it up to Rembert. Rembert to Carnes. Carnes for 3. Dagger 3. Patrick Carnes makes the 10th 3 of the game for Cowley. That brings a Hutchinson timeout. We're down to 2 minutes to play. And it is Cowley by 5. Back in half a minute.
Of course, you have choices for a family physician, but Prairie Star is your only choice for patient-centered health care. And Dr. Brandy Weems, a Hutchinson native who made her choice to return and serve her hometown. Dr. Weems and all of us at Prairie Star consider it a privilege to serve you, whether you have insurance or not. Prairie Star Health Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
Dragons have been outscored by 27 from behind the arc.
The problem has started with the offensive rebounds. The Tigers had 2 offensively in the first half, gotten a lot of them late, and now have 12 rebounds on the offensive end. Now that's only led to 14 second chance points. We saw moments ago where the Tigers have gotten the rebound but haven't made the Blue Dragons pay. But at this point, it is so critical for the Blue Dragons to box out. We've seen switches happen defensively and guys turn and look and not actually put a body on somebody to go after the rebounds.
Now Cowley will put some pressure on in the backcourt, not so much to force a turnover as simply to make the Dragons use time, because with just 123 seconds left, time is an ally for Cowley. Dragons inbound to JJ at half court. Takes it down that left sideline. Hutchinson down by 5. Needs a basket in the worst way. Bandu charges in. Banks it up. Got it, finally. Devontae Bandu makes it a 3-point game. 76-73. Now it's the Dragons who need a stop. Cedric Rembert handles out between the circles, chased by Whitfield. Rembert drives left, shovels it off to Starks. 10 to shoot. Starks to the free throw line. Lost it, dived for it, gets it off to a teammate. Now they go in the corner, and the Dragons are fouling. Oh my goodness, the foul from Raekwon Taylor in the corner. And it will be Raekwon's 4th foul, but more importantly, free throws coming for Aaron McGee. He'll get 2 of them.
We gave credit to Raekwon Taylor earlier for staying on beat, being disciplined. That time McGee gets him up in the air, and Taylor comes crashing down for the
77-73 Cowley. Second free throw, good. 78-73. Dragons have a minute 16. JJ gets rid of it, gets it back. JJ bounces across the way. Hollis misses from in close. And the rebound taken away by Cowley. And now the Dragons have to have some really good things happen. Cowley will spread it out. Hutchinson not going to foul, not yet. There is Starks handling. Gives it to Rembert. Rembert spins. 10 to shoot. Rembert drives, spins, puts it up, and scores it. Rembert putting on a show. The Blue Dragons trail by 7, 42 seconds to go. There is a break in the action, and we'll take half a minute.
Cash burning a hole in your pocket? Let Jim's Water and Woods take care of that for you. Winter is the perfect time to own a hot spring spa. Warm, soothing water easing away the stress of the day under a starry sky. Another way to relax and stay warm is with a Brio fire pit. Jim's has several to choose from, and the best part? No smoke. Since it's always grilling season, consider a grill from Weber or Hasty Bake or Cook Shack, or Fast Eddie's, and you'll always find a great selection of barbecue accessories, seasonings, and sauces. It's all at Jim's Water and Woods, 419 West 2nd in Hutchinson.
But the Hutchinson deficit is at 7. Dragons are battling hard, but facing a real uphill struggle.
At this point, you would have to think, once you get back on defense, you need to find somebody to foul, and who better than Cowart has been better at the line tonight, but a better chance of him missing now that he's a little more sluggish.
Raekwon Taylor hits the free throw to make it 80-74. Dragons have missed the presence of Sal Nuhu, out with injury. He would have given them another big body on the inside. Second free throw by Taylor is short. They scramble for the rebound, but Cowart grabs it, and once he does that, you're not going to get it away from him.
That would have been the time to take the foul.
Up the floor comes Rembert, and a foul called. And it'll be Rembert to the free throw line, and with 24 seconds to go, it is looking grim from a Hutchinson standpoint.
Cowart got the rebound and stood there for a few seconds. It would have been a great time for the Blue Dragons to foul the 66% free throw shooter. Instead, Starks is there now, an 88% free throw shooter.
This is exactly who Cowley wanted on the line. Starks. Free throw. Good. (81-74). Dragons are going to have to shoot threes and have to have some turnovers to have a chance. One more free throw for Starks. And this one doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound, won by the Dragons. Got to hurry. Van Du races up the floor, scoops it up, doesn't get it. And a rebound grab by Cowart, and he is fouled. And we're down to 14 seconds to go. Cowley took away the inside game of the Dragons pretty much in the second half. And the Dragons just simply didn't show, to me, a willingness to shoot the perimeter jumpers that they might have needed to connect on to open up the middle a little bit.
And the other part came on the other end where the Blue Dragons just didn't get a good, solid box out and gave the Tigers more opportunities than they needed on the offensive end.
Darnell Cowart, who has played a lot of minutes here in the second half and has played well, misses the free throw. Don't think it can matter, though, with a 7-point difference and 14 seconds to go in this game. One more free throw for the big guy. 300-pounder flips it up. Missed that one as well. Offensive rebound, Cowley. And now the Dragons might just as well let Cowley dribble the seconds away. The Cowley Tigers have held serve on their home floor, and they defeat the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson 81-74. So the Blue Dragon reign all alone atop the Jayhawk Conference comes to a close. The Dragons will share the top spot at the moment with Cowley College. There could be others moving in. But an impressive win for Cowley, 81-74. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with postgame.
Are you caring for an elder parent or neighbor with